You'll see from this website that my approach to sharing information and to working with you is a little bit more academic maybe than you necessarily want all the time. Like I teach a lot. I talk a lot about teaching. But we're really talking about paradigm shifts here. So it's difficult to get people to understand that water is just not water. And so it's important to me that you understand not only the science behind it, but also the educational steps that are involved. So let's talk, and I like to put word pictures together so that you understand actually water is something very simple, but water's been really, I think, marginalized and pushed away and just sort of in the background and not really honored properly. And as a result, we don't really work with it as something that's really rewarding or necessary. And it's very necessary because we're 70% water for a reason. It's just kind of been marginalized and not talked about much. Well, as a result of that, we have chronic dehydration, we have all kinds of issue, inflammation, we have a molecular structure that's not receiving, light and so forth and energy and so forth. So we're really at the effect of this lack of knowledge about water. So now we're going to blow that all open and talk about it for a different place. So what is this optimized water? How does it really work? What are we really talking about? Well, would you believe this? It's a natural waterfall. It's just a natural waterfall. A natural waterfall is nature. Nature does a waterfall, it does a river, it does a lake. And what water does right off the bat is it spins and moves. It's spinning and moving all the time. Natural water spins and moves. Water in a straight line does not give the energy and vitality that you need, your body needs for that molecular structure, that crystalline molecular structure to be appropriately fed and detoxed. So water just flows along on a pipe, but it doesn't move, it doesn't spin. So two things that happen in a natural waterfall right off the bat. When water spins, it takes up energy and momentum. It breaks apart those bonds. As those bonds break apart, which is the second part, it creates smaller clusters. Those clusters become what's called microclusters. Those clusters are essential to get down the aquaporin channel so your body gets hydrated, your cells and tissues detox. So number one, what a waterfall does, it spins and moves. That's number one. Number two is it picks up minerals and nutrients in rocks. As a river goes down, flows down, it picks up minerals and nutrients off the riverbed. Those minerals and nutrients are the minerals and nutrients that are on the earth. They're the minerals and nutrients that we need in our body. That's why we take vitamins and supplements to make sure we have the right magnesium, calcium, potassium, and so forth and so on. Nature designed that as part of this already existing structure. So a waterfall does that. First of all, it spins and moves. That's called vortexing or torus or whatever you want to call it. That creates the microclustering and the spinning, which is natural, and the energy. And then the second part is the energetic capacitance. That's what we call the biological beneficial frequencies. It's not in nature anymore. It's not in your food anymore. So we put it back in through our energetic capacitant technology. We add what's both negative ions and biological beneficial frequencies, magnesium, potassium, monotonium gold, things like that your body absolutely needs for optimal health and well-being. And on top of that, we make negative ionization in that technology. So the negative ionization then takes out the positive ions. That's the pharmaceuticals, the plastics, the birth control pills. And if you liken that to the air technology, it's to bacterias, pathogens, and so forth. But in the water world, same thing, bacterias and so forth. So the negative ionization is why you come to water in the first place, or why you come to a mountain, or why you come to a forest, so you can absorb these negative ions. And then you bring that all together and it creates a piezoelectric charge. And that charge is energy. It's just pure energy into your body. So when you're working with these devices, you're actually recreating a waterfall. And that's how it works.